Hey everybody, how's it going? I just wanted to point this out. I was at the mall, our local mall, the other day, and it was a Sunday, of course, the day before a federal holiday. Anyway, when I was up there getting food for my son, and my wife, it was full of people. I mean, packed, and there was a performances going on at the center court. So there was a lot of people there to see that. Of course, see family and friends. And of course, it's a weekend, 3-day weekend. So people want to go out and spend the day at the mall, enjoy themselves, especially with the family, go to a movie, buy a few things, have a nice outing with the family and friends. Of course, tons of teenagers and kids all over the place. But what really kind of like hit me was just a few years back in 2021, 22, in the middle of the COVID pandemic, how there was nobody at the mall. I mean, hardly anybody at the mall. So it kind of brought me back to when there was practically nobody at the mall back during the COVID time. I mean, the where the seatings where the seat where the chairs were, on the center court, the food court to eat, sit down and eat. I mean, they were, like taped off. You couldn't go and sit down and eat. I mean, you had to, if you wanted to sit down and eat, you had to show your COVID card that showed you got the first and second, vaccinations. That was crazy. Everybody wore a mask. I mean, of course, the food workers wore a mask. Everybody wore a mask. Man, I hated that. I really did not feel comfortable breathing in those things. And I mean, you drove around, nobody was on the road. I mean, everyone, the story. People were told to stay home, so they wouldn't. If they had it and didn't know it, they wouldn't spread it. I'm pretty sure it spread anyway. Because now after a few years later, they realized that the mask really didn't do anything. It just made you feel safer, but it actually didn't make you actually safe. It just made you feel that way, more like a mind game kind of thing. And of course, the argument still to this day is, did the vaccinations actually work? Because there are many people that did not get vaccinated because out of choice, or they just refused to. And in my case and my wife's case, I hate to say it, but she was forced into getting vaccinated by her work. And then, of course, to make her feel comfortable, I had to get vaccinated with her because I'm her husband, and she was worried and scared and nervous and all that kind of thing about getting the vaccinations by herself. So to make her feel at ease, I got the vaccinations along with her and our son at that time. That's another one. They closed the schools, and the kids stayed home. They would, if you had a computer and had Skype and all that kind of thing, you can go and do online classes. But that's not the same thing as being in a classroom with your classmates, one to one with your teachers and things like that. That was a different time. I'm sure most of you have went through that. Maybe the younger kids, if they were like a baby or just walking, they might not remember that. That was a few years back. But thank God it's gotten to be more normal, if you call this normal, with all this controversy going on in the States and everything, of all the negativity going on. Anyway, just wanted to make a video about that. I found it interesting how going out today on the weekends is hugely different than how it was back in 2020, 21, even 22, I think. Well, Thanks for listening. Later.